In one of my last videos, I told you that your adult child's criticism is not about you. But here's what I keep hearing in the comments. You're saying, then why do I still feel the need to defend myself? And I can understand why you're saying that. I hear you. Because knowing something logically and actually responding differently in the moment are two very different things. And so today I'm going to show you exactly how to stop that reaction so you can finally feel calm and clear and more in control, even when someone comes at you. So I have 4 points for you today. Let's dive right in. Number 1 is stop defending. I've talked about this before, but it's called the JADE trap. It's justify, argue, defend, explain. This is worth repeating. Most moms, like you and I, fall into this immediately. I know I certainly did way back. Because when your child criticizes you, it feels like your character is being questioned and you want to set the record straight. But here's what actually happens. The more that you defend, the more you give them something to push against. You hand them more words and more justification and more emotion and more energy, all the things. And now you're not in a conversation with someone, you're in a vicious cycle. And every mom out there is in some type of a cycle with their child. So defending doesn't calm the situation, it actually fuels it. And when you see that logically and actually start putting it into practice, you're going to see how that shift needs to happen. You know, your silence is not an agreement. So you taking that step back, it's not you agreeing with what they're saying, but it's wisdom. You don't have to correct every misunderstanding or have to win an argument. That's where a lot of moms go wrong. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to not pick it up at all, right? Number 2, don't absorb what is not yours. How much of what they throw at you is not even yours? Because even if you say nothing, you're still feeling it. You're carrying it. You're absorbing it. You're replaying whatever the situation was. We've all done it. And not even just with our kids, right? But here's why we do it. You're treating their words like absolute truth instead of information. Use it as data. Use it as information. Because a lot of the times it's criticism. That is their pain screaming at you. That is their pain looking for this place to land. And if you're not careful, you become the place. So I want you to start practicing something super simple. And if you're not in communication with your child right now, you can still start practicing this with someone else in your world, right? Return to sender. Not in a harsh way or dismissive, but internally you can say to yourself, this belongs to them, not me. This is not my battle. It's theirs. You can hear it without holding it. You know, as a coach, I've been a coach for many years with moms. If I internalized everything I hear all day long, I wouldn't be able to function. You can care without carrying. And that is something, it's a gift. It's a practice that you too can put into place. So if you are listening to this and you're thinking, okay, I hear this, but I don't really know how to do this in the moment. That's exactly why I created the Rise Retreat, because what we're talking about right here, not defending, not absorbing, staying grounded, this is gold. This is such good information for every single human being to learn. I didn't create it. I'm just sharing it with you. This is something that you fix not by hearing it once, but hearing it over and over. It takes practice. It takes support. And it takes being in a room with other moms who truly understand what you're carrying. So at the Rise Retreat, we're going to walk through some of this together, along with many other things we're going to be doing. And you're going to learn how to respond instead of react. And you get to meet my daughter, who will be joining us at both retreats here in Florida in just a few weeks. If that is you and you're interested in the Florida retreat, there are less than 15 tickets left. Would love to have you. You can reach out to us in the comments below. There's the information. And we have Utah coming up in June, but I would love to see you and can't wait to meet you in person. Number 3 is what to say instead. Okay, so if we're taking a step back and you're not defending, what are you supposed to do? If you're not absorbing it, so what do you actually say? What do you say in the moment to your child when they're coming at you? You keep it simple. And number one, you stay calm and you don't escalate. No matter what's coming at you, you do not match their energy or their anger. Here's a few examples for you. You can tell them, I hear that you feel that way. And they may come back at you even more, but that doesn't matter. You're responsible for your response. So, not agreeing, not disagreeing, just acknowledging that one moment, that one conversation is not going to fix this battle. Okay. Or you just tell them, I'm not going to engage with this right now. That is self control. They may look at you and say, oh, really? Well, you're going to hear me out, or whatever they're going to say back at you. But you know what? It's self control where you can say, this conversation isn't working. Let's talk when things are calmer. To me, that's logic. Very, very logical. You're not shutting them down. You're protecting the tone of the relationship. And we don't want things said that were never meant. It's hard to take words back because the goal is not to win in the moment. The goal is to stop the cycle that we were talking about. And number 4, protect your peace after the conversation. So what happens after? What happens after you've listened to this? Because most moms, this is where the real battle really comes in or begins even, because they'll go home, the conversation ends, but your mind starts spiraling and starts ruminating on what was said, and you replay it over and over and over, and you're analyzing it and you question yourself. Have you ever done that? You know, should I have said something different? Was I too quiet? Did I make it worse? And before you know it, you're right back in the emotional spiral, just on a different cycle, right? So here's what I want you to do instead. I want you to make a conscious decision to release it. Give it to the Lord. You can't go back and change anything you said or didn't say. So we have to release it. Not because it didn't matter, but because you've already done your part. If you showed up differently and you stayed grounded and you didn't take the bait, now you have to let it go. And you get to remind yourself that I cannot control how they feel. I can only control how I show up. That's what I'm responsible for. And that is where your peace is going to come from as well, is giving that to the Lord. He's going to give you that peace in return. So if this gave you a new way to kind of look at these conversations, make sure you subscribe to the channel or hit the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. I hope this helped you. I'll see you in the next episode. God bless.